Hey guys, what's up? Hitmarthur here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64. In the last episode, we cleared up all of Jolly Roger Bay, aside from one mission that we technically can do, but will not be doing yet, just like Course 1. So in this episode, we'll be continuing onward to Cool Cool Mountain, which, like Course 2, will be completely able to be finished in this episode, luckily. Number 1, sliding away. Watch for slippery conditions. Yeah, what a surprise. Ice is slippery. I never would have guessed that from a video game. Let's just go ahead and go inside the cottage like they recommend, and right here you'll have a giant slide. Now, there is no timer on this one. There will be one on a later one. You'll have to race a penguin. Yes, I said a penguin. You'll have to race a penguin for a later one, and you can't take the secret, which is actually hidden right here, and it's got a couple one-ups in it, but, you know, you can take the secret now, so if you want to see it, now would be a good time to do so. All you have to do is get to the bottom of this slide, and as long as you can do that without dying, because if you do fall off, then you are going to die, so make sure you don't. Once you do that, whenever you exit the cabin, the star will be yours. It's a good mission to kind of get you introduced to the slippery physics that are going to come with it. And the later parts of the slide, if you're not used to them, actually can be a little bit tricky. If you did the secret mission, which likely that was the first one you found, which is the Princess Peach secret slide, it's a little bit like that, except that one has more walls. This one has none. So you are going to have to be more careful on this one. Just imagine it like Rainbow Road. Number 2, Little Penguin Lost. This is a mission that could be hard, but thanks to the ability of Mario's ability not to have his knees shattered, this one will not take much time at all. Right here is the little penguin in question that is lost, so we're going to pick him up and take him back to his mom. For some reason, Mario does not move very fast while holding the penguin, which is kind of strange. He just doesn't walk fast, but he doesn't show any visible sign of strain, so it's just kind of odd. But his mother is actually way down at the bottom of the mountain, so we're going to be taking him down there. Getting down there is actually pretty simple. Like Course 2, this is a aerial stage and it is possible to fall off the side. However, it's not really that difficult. Note that if you do get hit or fall from a great height and take damage, you will drop the penguin, so I am trying to be a little bit careful about that. Avoid the Mr. Blizzards, and I am just going to jump down the rest of this because I know she is right here. Luckily, with the snow, you won't get hurt too much, but, you know, since there is snow, we're going to abuse it. You found my precious baby. Where have you been? How can I ever thank you, Mario? Oh, I do have this star. I don't know why the pause is there, but whatever. Maybe she just doesn't want to part with the star. Note that there is another penguin that's actually on the overall stage. However, if you bring that penguin to her, she will mention that it's not her child. And if you go to that one and talk to her without the penguin, she will mention that she lost the penguin somewhere and would be ever grateful if you found it for her. But, once again, it's a very quick one if you know exactly what you're doing and how to get down the mountain quickly. You should have no problems with it at all. Big Penguin Race. This is going to be almost the exact same thing. I mentioned this in the first level. It's just going to be a race against the giant penguin. Now, this penguin, unlike Koopa the Quick, will have a massive rubber band effect. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it's basically when you're ahead, he's going to speed up. When you're behind him, he will slow down for you. So expect him to pass you very quickly at some points, and then other points he will slow down. So it will happen. Note that you have to take that portion of the slide right there with the 2 turns. You will have to take that incredibly fast, or you will not make it. Trust me on this one. Be careful in the very end right there, because you can fall off very easily right there because it's a small segment. But if he does get ahead of you, he will slow down and you will be easily able to overtake him before getting there, so don't worry about it too much. If you do take the shortcut, he will, like Koopa the Quick, call you a cheater and you will not be getting that star, so fair warning about that. You can see right now that the 100 coin mission here is not going to be hard at all because of the slide. I picked up almost 60 coins and I wasn't even really trying for them. That's over half of what I need, and I got a 1-up for that as well, so getting the 100 coins here is not difficult. You can find probably, I think, about 75 on the slide by itself, plus with the 8 red coins there's another 16. I mean, you should be able to get this one really easy. Frosty slide for 8 red coins. Despite what they say, we are not using this slide, we're actually going to be going down here in order to get most of the red coins. They're spread out, sorta, but not really that much. They're not really on the slide itself. There are portions that you might actually lose a couple, or not lose, but not know where the red coins are. One of them in particular being right there. That one's kind of hard to notice if the camera's not working with you. So they can be a little bit hard to see, but, you know, it's nothing incredibly tricky. I say, in addition to that one, the one that might trick you also very easily is the one that's right here. There's no coin here? Are you sure? See what I mean? It's just little things like that. And is that the point where... No, it is not. There's a lot of different areas in this level that look very similar, and so it's very easy for me to not remember which one's where. So if I get a little bit confused for a moment, you'll have to forgive me. You can see that little black star. My power grid's kind of in the way here, but the star is right there. I'm going to go with long jump across this. The star in question, when it will appear, will be right there. And we could slide back down, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way down to the bottom here. That penguin right there might actually be it. There may not be two moms, it may be two penguins, but that penguin in question is not the lost one. If you bring that one to her, then she'll mention it's the wrong one. Let's go and grab that. I'd say using the side jump is the safest way to get that without sliding off, because you will slide. Naturally, it's ice/snow. You will slide, so if you're worried about that, just do a little side hop and you'll be fine. There is a warp on the end of this broken bridge, and it will take you to this other end of it. And this is actually where we need to go. If you fall down this side right here, that's where the last coin is. And this one is actually pretty hard to tell where it is. There should be a 1 up in this box, if I remember correctly. Go ahead and grab that, if I can get it. If I can, it's not that big a deal. There we go. That one's actually slightly hidden, so you may have to look for that one a little bit. And the reason I was checking is because that ice wall is in another spot of the level, and if it's the wrong one, you're just going to go right off the side of the stage, and I did not want that, so doing my best to avoid that at all costs. You can once again just long jump across this broken bridge, and there's your star. Now you might have seen that switch back there. That's a blue coin switch. Whenever you ground pound that, blue coins will appear for a limited amount of time. There's one in course 2 as well, as there's also another one in course 3 that you might not have seen. They'll show up whenever we get to the 100 coin missions, and I'll go into more detail about them then. But right now, they're not important. Snowman's lost his head. This is another mission that is actually very, very annoying if you don't understand what to do, and sometimes the targeting on it just flat doesn't work. There's a snowman head at the bottom of this hill that is looking for a body. Conveniently enough, the body's at the top. So we are going to guide the snowball down the slide and make him get to the body. Now, you cannot skip any points of the slide. If you skip and just like jump from here to the lower portion, he will not be able to follow you. So make sure that you do not cheat or slide off any other portions. And just get pretty close and just stand right about here. Try to pan the camera out as best I can. And if you did it correctly, he will go this way. If incorrect, he'll fall off the side. I don't remember if the body of the snowman does respawn or not, but either way, just make sure that you do it because, you know, it's kind of a pain to go back up there. That one can be very annoying, and I will admit the targeting does have problems. Getting behind the snowman's head is the easiest way for it to recognize that you did do the slide correctly, and also you can't fall off. And you can't take any shortcuts there. It is annoying, yes, but that's how it works. You do have to get a little bit close to it once you get it correctly in order for the text to start appearing for him, you know, whenever he's like, hey, you did this, take the star. Anyway, wall kicks will work. This is kind of another annoying mission, so we're just going to warp straight down to the bottom here, because that's actually where we need to go. You are going to need the cannon to lock this one, and I have not gotten to the pink bomb buddy, because he's in a very precarious spot that I have not needed to go to. If you take this gondola, it will actually take you straight to him. I would recommend personally holding down the L button because you're probably going to want to backflip onto this island. It's very, very small, and it's very easy to fall off of. So, just be careful here. Let's go ahead and talk to him, and he will open up the cannon. Conveniently enough, is right there. You've probably already seen that a couple times. And then we're just going to jump off the side. Not really, because there's actually a gust of wind that will show up right there, and it will aid you in your jump. So you will be okay to jump off the side. Don't worry about it too much. A long jump would be preferred, just in case, you know, something goes astray, because it's a Nintendo 64 game. That can happen. Then we're going to aim at this tree. I'm going to aim right about there. Good thing I moved it up slightly. As long as you grab the tree or hit the wall, something to prevent you from falling off, then you're okay. The rest of this mission is hard, but you will probably not die in it. Let's just avoid these little guys, stick to the wall right here. And the camera's not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so referring to wall kicks will work. I mentioned this earlier. You can do a wall kick by, you know, just hitting the wall at the right time and then pressing A and then the direction of the area you want to wall kick to. However, the second one, that's what happens a lot of the time, which is why they give you a recovery heart down here. If you mess up, then you can get it again. The trick here is the first wall kick you can do just like that. The second one, you actually want to triple jump for. It's really hard to tell you're supposed to do that, but that's what they want you to do. This is where I would recommend an over-the-shoulder angle, and hold down the L button, and if you move while holding down the L button, you'll actually crawl like this. This entire thing is covered in ice, and it's very slippery, it's very easy to fall off. And you don't want to try to make that triple jump again, so this is very, very useful. It's also useful in Course 5, which we will see later on. That one will take a bit of practice. I can completely understand if you cannot get that one on the first try. It does take some practice. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad, but it will take practice. So, as you can see, that is all the stars for that area as well. As where the metal cap comes in, it does not come in until Course 6, unfortunately, so we'll not be going back to Course 3 to get that last one. We'll actually have to go through the first Bowser fight, which is up there, in order to get it. So it looks like we've cleared everything. The secret star, one of them is up there. However, there's actually one more area, one more course that we can go to before doing that fight. If you go back here and notice that there's a little boo, and he would actually open the way to Course 5. In defeating this big boo right here, if I can get close enough to him, he will drop a cage. This cage is actually the 5th course, so I will see you guys for the mysterious cage level, because I can't remember the name of it, but, we'll find out next episode. But we'll see you guys for that next time. Take care.